5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've been playing Space Marine 2 for a good while now. I have like over 500 hours on it. And whilst I definitely have some opinions on the game, I definitely have more wants from it. For me, Space Marine 2 should be more than just the Ultramarines, in my opinion. I know you probably like winning, you probably like being based, you probably like being the best. You probably really like being one of the only 2 chapters to confirm to have your Primarch alive. That being said, even as the quintessential Space Marine chapter, I don't think that Space Marine 2 should round entirely around the Ultramarines. In fact, I think that the inclusion of other chapters should be more than just cosmetic items we can purchase. Being able to play as a Space Marine from a chapter that isn't the Ultramarine would obviously be a go-to, but you can do other things as well, like including other chapter masters as well. For my pick, I would obviously go with Tyberos or Chapter Master Dante. Those are my 2 favorites, I gotta be honest. If there were some picks for other chapter masters I would like to see show up in Space Marine 2, I would obviously go with Kayvon Shrike, Carden Strodos, I think that's his name. I'd also like to see Jubal Khan, Chapter Master Tushan, Logan Grimnar, you know. If not a chapter master, which to be honest, I'm probably asking way too much since I literally requested Tyberos, I'd like to see other characters from other chapters or other Space Marines show up. A minor character, that is. The point I'm making is that I want Space Marine 2 to truly embody the continuity and mythos concerning the Space Marines themselves, as the Space Marines are just a lot more than just the Ultramarines themselves. Like, even in Space Marine 1, the Blood Ravens show up to assist you, which is pretty cool. In Space Marine 2, there is actually surprisingly a lot more focus on the Chaos Marines than I think on the Loyalist Marines, as far as inclusion in the game goes. You can actually play as Trader Marines in the PvP mode, with that being World Eaters, the Iron Hands, the Night Lords, and the Alpha Legion, and you do fight the Thousand Suns, which is pretty cool. But I want more of that. I want to authentically feel more like I'm playing as a Space Marine from a different chapter, rather more than just being an Ultramarine that's LARPing as another Marine, literally running around the battlefield in colors that relate to a sub-faction that I'm not a part of. The intro to the campaign itself also inspired me to ask for more Deathwatch content. Deathwatch is like a uniquely cool part of the Space Marines that I really like, and I'm pretty sure they can do some really cool stuff with it, you know, like how they did in the campaign intro. Now, you've probably seen the thumbnail, and I put a bunch of different types of Space Marines on there. You know, like an Apothecary, a Librarian, a Dreadnought, a Chaos Marine, all that cool shit. And I want all of it to be playable, because, you know, they're Space Marines. I want there to be an Apothecary class, a Librarian class. I want to be able to play as a Loyalist Dreadnought, you know, all that cool shit. They did make, you know, Hellbrutes playable in PvP, so I definitely know that they can make Loyalist Dreadnoughts playable in PvE. They actually did that for Space Marine 1, where you could do that in PvP as a Loyalist Dreadnought, which is pretty cool. So I'm hoping to see this in operations or in the Eternal War mode, which is, you know, the PvP mode. They'll be adding, you know, Tech Marines and in December, and for that reason I don't think that Apothecaries or Librarians are off the table, as well as other things like Dreadnoughts, even some pretty niche shit like, you know, Scout Marines. It'd be pretty interesting to see how Scout Marines would be able to play in Space Marine 2. And I think they should be added because, like I said again, Space Marine 2 as a game, for me, should be entirely about everything that's, you know, about the Space Marine in Warhammer 40,000, in my opinion. Terminators are a pretty interesting case because when it comes down to it, I think a lot of people who talk about dreadnoughts. What the fuck? Why did I say dreadnought again? I meant Terminators. Yeah. Terminators are a pretty interesting case because when it comes down to Terminator armors and, you know, Terminator Space Marines, they're like a level above normal Space Marines. Even the heavy class, which uses the heaviest of Space Marine armor, that being Gravis, is, you know, dwarfed in size and weight by the, you know, Terminator armor. In lore, Terminator armor is a lot more denser, thicker, heavier, and more armored and durable than normal Space Marine armor. But it is also slower as well. So obviously, I think Terminators are only going to be able to be usable, conceptually speaking, in some mode uniquely made for them. Operations or the Eternal War mode, whatever, right? Not only that, but Terminator armor has like so many different types of variants, and they have like a unique different interaction with weaponry than like normal Space Marine armor. So you have to count that in too. You also have to count things like Centurion armor and Invictors and other type of stuff like that. But if they get implemented, yeah, they will totally be like different from what, like, you know, a normal like Dreadnought or Terminator would be type shit.